All right, we're just waiting to go live. 1 second here, folks. I know we're live on YouTube right now, but I want to be live. Start standby. If I did this right, it should go through. There we go. Okay, we're live everywhere. We're good to go.
All right, excellent. So this is very exciting. Craig is here with Ryan, and we've both had the pleasure already of interviewing John Rivoli. But tonight, we've got something very special that John's got planned for us. And John, we want to welcome you to this broadcast, and we're going to just let everybody know up front that at the conclusion of this broadcast, you are going to be revealing a brand new piece of art that is part of the Icons and Art collection. Can you just reset for us and let everybody know about Icons and Art?
Absolutely.
And there's some exciting new products that you have available as well.
Yes. Thanks, guys. Great to see you both. So Icons and Art, it is our first venture into releasing my fine art paintings as limited edition prints for people to buy. And our maiden voyage here is with the Rocky property. And that's no accident because it's the thing I'm most passionate about. So I'm the only officially licensed Rocky artist. I have the license through MGM, and I work very closely with Sly. Every time I do a painting, I send it to him. He has to look through it and give me comments and give me comments to make it better, which he always does. And so everything is, approved by Sly, thumbs up, which is great. This isn't a fan art thing. This is like the official business. And we just today have some new offerings on the site. So we're now offering the prints in two new sizes. We have a 16 by 20 size, which we picked because it's a standard, obviously, for framing. You go get a frame at Michael's or a place like that for no money and have this thing up and set on the wall. And we're selling those for $49. Really good price point. These are giclées, right? Not screen prints. We talked a little bit about what a giclée is the last couple of times we spoke. It's a really special process. It's a reproduction. It's not a printout. It's an actual reproduction of the art. And the second size we have is a 20 by 30. And these are going to be limited to only 500. It's again a nice standard size. It's a big, significant piece of real estate that it'll take up, and we're selling those for only $99. So we have two really good price points here that we were able to land on. We made some, negotiated with our printer, and we got some, two good price points here to offer.
That's excellent.
I just wanted to say, John, I know I posted on my Facebook page the artwork that you sent me, and it's just absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing. And I'm in the middle of a move right now. I actually occupy my new house tomorrow, and there's a built-in man cave ready to go. And that that artwork is going up in the man cave.
Oh, well, I'm honored.
Oh, it's amazing. And I want to say, how do you call that paper again? That print eclairs?
Giclée.
Giclée.
Yeah.
It's the real deal. So let me just, this is, I have not been told to say this. This is not some infomercial like talk here. This is me being real. When I opened up the artwork, you go back and look at my video if those are watching, listening. I opened up this artwork, and there was a part of me that thought, did he send me an original? This looks like an original painting. And so there really is a difference between a photocopy or just what you find in a normal book printout. This looks and felt like the real thing. I felt like I was holding an original painting. So this is the real thing, guys. When you get these paintings on your site, it looks like you have the real artwork in front of you. It's amazing.
Thanks for saying that, Ryan, because I know a lot of people don't know what a giclée is, but I actually had no choice but to use this printing process. I mean, I always wanted to, but I tested my particular art just doesn't translate through screen printing and stuff because it's actual paintings, and there's all the brush strokes and the texture. And if you see it as just a regular print, it's all gone. It doesn't even matter anymore. So like you said, it's like you're looking at the original. I mean, every little detail is in there. So the giclées are really special.
Can you just remind us how many prints you're currently offering before this big reveal?
Yeah, we currently have 8 Rocky prints on the site right now on iconsandart.com. This will be the 9th one. We have number 10 ready to follow. And again, we have some Creed, but Michael B. Jordan is nowhere to be found to approve stuff. So Creed is waiting in the wings. So our initial collection is these, what will be 9 pieces right now.
And when we talked last, I think you teased this one you were working on. And is this the one that's the birth of Rocky?
No, that's the next one.
Okay. All right. So do you want to tell us a little bit about the one we're going to see tonight?
Yeah. So, I think I talked about this a little bit in our interviews, but I try to design my own painting. I don't want to just grab scenes from the film and recreate them. As fans, we've all seen everything, right? We've all seen it out there. And I do that. Like, there are certain things that are so iconic, you have to grab them. Like a round 10, you have to get. And round 14 for me is so iconic, I had to grab it. And my other pieces, like Million to One Shot, that's an original concept. It was actually Sly's concept, but that's an original concept. It's a conceptual interpretation of Rocky, right? So that you look at it and we've all seen everything. You're like, I don't recognize it. And you kind of try to apply it to something, and then you ultimately realize I've never seen this before. So I have some pieces like that. This is another one of those where I wanted to capture what I consider to be the real Rocky, who to me is the bum, the guy in the leather. That's Rocky for me. It's not the guy in the ring, and it's not the guy running up. That's him with the ball, bouncing it on the docks, right? And I wanted to kind of capture his environment that we all got to know so well and put him in there so that I can get the most iconic spot, which, other than the steps, which is Mickey's. So Mickey's gym, which is in this one. So I've kind of just created a scene that I hope just kind of you look at it and you kind of just stories start to come up in your mind about what might be going on in this image.
Perfect. How long does a piece like this take from, your initial work on the canvas to the finished product?
Well, the real work is the ideation of it. And because I sit there and say, okay, I want to come up with something. And then you start just kind of, and I found for me, what works is I can't sit at my desk and, what do I want to do? My ideas all come when I lay down in a dark room, close my eyes, and just that's it. And it starts to come to me. So I'll do that. I'll just go lay down for a while and I'll start seeing different images in my mind that might be something. That's the real work in this thing for me, is coming up with the concept and you start to kind of see the thing. So in this case, that actually took me a couple of weeks because I had kind of an idea, but I wasn't about to put pencil to paper until I really knew what it was I was after. That's kind of what I like to do. I really want to have a roadmap before I get into this thing. So that was like a couple of weeks. But once I have that, it's all fast, So I drew him in a day, and then I drew my background in a day. So I had the 2 drawings ready, and fine tune them and tweak them, get them tight. And then once I went to paint, I'd say it was probably like another week of painting until I got it done and was comfortable enough to send it over to Sly.
That was actually a question I had, is how far into your painting do you go before you get the Sly input?
I go all the way. I got to go all the way. I don't, I mean, it's a risk, but you get confident after a while. You start to see the back and forth, and he knows your stuff, and it's not like he's gonna be like, oh, well, your color palette, and this. I know I got that worked out already, So I go all the way with it, and not so far that's been okay. It's not like he's like, start over. Not gonna. I haven't got one of those yet.
I would love that. Hey, if he ever tells you to start over, can I have the painting that he rejected?
Yeah, exactly. That's the collector's item.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the painting Sly rejected. Okay, that'd be great. The other question I had for these Michael B. Jordan non. Okay, so he hasn't come and given his input. How much? Why is there? This isn't him, but maybe why is there so much power given to him to like? Why can't you just release this with MGM? Why do we need his input if he's not going to give it?
Well,
Or-
it's kind of normal standard practice with studios that the talent has final approval on things, and they do. Generally, they're pretty timely. I mean, you even got a guy like Sly who's as big as it gets, and he's taken the time to look through it and approve it. So it's just standard. However, at a certain point, the studio, they do have the right to then take the art back and approve it themselves. So I'm kind of asking them if we can get to that point now. Maybe, we've given them, it's been months. Can we maybe just approve this at this point? So
Yeah, and that's not a slight on Mr. Jordan. It's just curious how it works because you look at guys like Harrison Ford, who's plastered all over all the Star Wars stuff, and I always wonder like how much they have a say in being on a mug, a thermos, or deck of cards, or painting, or like a coloring book. So it gets to the point where you would think the studio just has to say, "Hey, will you let us do the artwork? We're not going to make it look silly, and can we move on?"
yeah,
But yeah,
no, generally they do have a lot of power. The stars, and they'll pull. I worked on Men in Black, the first two films, and we were not allowed to use Will Smith or Tommy Lee Jones likeness. They just aren't going to have it. So we have to figure out a solution to that. And that happens a lot. When I did Karate Kid, the remake with Will Smith's son, Jaden, same thing. Can't use him. So I'm doing silhouettes all over the place that are them, but they're just siloed. That's my big solution. So,
wow.
yeah, the town has a lot of power, Ryan.
Okay, well that's fair. I mean, it's fair. It's their likeness.
Yeah.
Well, did you see recently what happened with that Avengers video game?
No.
Where they didn't have the likeness for any of them. So you've got this guy that kind of looks like Avengers, and it's not the Avengers.
Yeah, exactly. There it is.
All right. Well, I'm being selfish here. I'm excited to see this thing.
Same here.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Is it time?
Sure, let's do it. Let's talk about it. Let's look at it.
So I should tee this up too by saying that this is the one that I wanted Sly to name also, because I really wanted his stamp on this. So I sent it to him and asked him, what should the name be? Because I mean, could you get any more legit than that? So he named this piece, and it's called In Rocky Hood. So I'm going to spin this around so we can see it.
Oh wow.
And I'm going to take the camera so I can get closer for us.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, John.
So you can kind of see there's a lot going on here. But I have Rocky as I like Rocky in his leather, walking through the streets. He's got the elevated subway there, and he's got Mickey's gym, that whole environment right there. And, I had to absolutely get a good Mickey's gym in here finally. So there it is, as
Amazing.
it was in 76. That's how it was in 76, not the new version of it. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at the screen at the same time as my hand's going one way, my head's a different way. So, and there's Sly. There he is.
Beautiful, man. That's really beautiful.
So you can see all my colors and everything. And again, see, this is why it has to be a Giclée, guys. You see all the colors that are going on in there. It's like I don't use black ever as a paint. I mix my blacks with every color there is, so that's why you see all these colors always coming through. See his leather? It's like there's a lot of stuff going on in there.
Now, I love the Mighty Mix portrait behind Sly. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's the That's the original painting. That's a 30 by 30 painting over here.
Wow. And I do got to say, to piggyback on what Ryan just said, there's a lot of Mighty Mix fans out there. So this alone is really cool to see. Because it's not something I would have guessed we would have seen. So very cool. That's a beautiful piece.
Thank you. Yeah, it's different, right? I mean, it's not anything that is captured from the film or anything. It's an original concept of it. And like Sly said, in Rocky Hood as in neighborhood, it's like, that's his world. That's his environment, you know?
I love it. I want it. So when are you sending this to me? No, I'm just joking.
Well, first I'll send it to the Dominican Republic. And
Oh yeah. Oh, I just want to look at it all day. It's just, I'm just thinking of what's going through Rocky's head right now. Is this before? You know what? You know what this is for me, John? Right now,
yeah,
he's just walked out of the gym, on his way to Jurgen's office.
that's exactly it.
Really?
That is exactly it.
Amazing.
Oh my, that is amazing.
I was trying to capture how life changes on a dime. You can be a bum 1 minute, losing your locker in the gym, right? You walk out of there and your whole life changes. One opportunity, just like that, right? Just like that, life changes for you.
I got the chills. I can't believe I nailed that.
That's exactly what I was going for. In fact, that's how I described it to Sly. I said, I'm describing how life is, how fickle life is, and how it changes so quickly on us. And this is it. As you're leaving that, you are about to transform into the different guy. This is the end of that guy. This is the end of this person right here. And we're going to transform into the new Rocky, right? After this scene. So that was the whole point of it.
I think I've got my first purchase.
Wow. Well done, Ryan. Well done.
Oh. Oh, we're just on the same wavelength. That's all. So you're the one that did this. That's amazing. I don't know if we lost Craig or not, but are you back, Craig? Craig,
yeah, I am. My internet started to get a little hiccupy.
Oh.
So
yeah. In fact, you know, I used the lyrics from Measure of a Man as the description for this on the site. The line where it says, the coat that fits you like a glove, those dirty streets you learn to love, right? That's what
wow.
The description of this one for In Rocky Hood.
Man, I love it. I really do. Craig, what's your thoughts, brother?
It's amazing. It really, every painting in the series that I've seen so far, John, has really told a story. And again, seeing Mighty Mix here, the gym, and the colors that you utilize, you captured that street corner perfectly. You'd be hard pressed to find somebody that might not think that this isn't a shot that we've seen in the movies before.
Yeah, right. And that's what I talked about earlier, is that I just want to create these moments that you kind of think are there, but they really never happen. But they're in there, right? In between. These are the things in between the scenes that we know how to happen. You had to leave at some point to go over there, right? So let's create it. So that's what I really try to do as much as I can, is to try to create moments that are real but never happened.
Now, when you showed this to Sly, was this in person?
No, he was over it. I really didn't think he was going to answer because it was bad timing. I sent it to him when he was over in Cannes for being honored for Rambo. So I was really shocked when he answered me. Like, he took some time out of all that was going on there to answer. So no, I just emailed it to him.
And what was his response? Are you allowed to say?
Yeah, he's a couple of word guy, you know. But he just put all caps, great, exclamation, 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 exclamation. And then in the next email told me the name of it, which he said In Rocky Hood, and in parentheses he said as in neighborhood. Like I got it. You know.
Oh, that is amazing. That's so cool. It's just so cool.
Yeah, and you guys are the first guys seeing this. Only Sly and MGM have seen it. Nobody has seen it but you two guys. That's it.
That's wonderful. And thank you for that, John. And as people are listening to this and watching this back, this will be available on the Icons and Art website very, very soon, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to go up as of 10 o'clock Eastern time tonight. It should be up there. So I wanted to wait until we did the, reveal and had a little chat about it, and then it'll be up there in those 2 sizes that we talked about at iconsandart.com.
That's
Well, I'm
excellent.
buying one. I'm buying one. My wife's watching me do this, so she's hearing it now.
You know who's got to have this one is Kunda. I mean, like that that's Kunda, right? Walking around here. He's got the eye thing on and everything. So
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, doesn't he have the thing over his eye from the Spider Rico fight?
yeah.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, I got this one too.
I just can't see it from this distance. That's all.
If you can see there, hopefully, I don't know. Do my
Oh,
best.
that's awesome. I can't believe you drew that. That just blows me away.
Oh, thanks. And I have all the original pencils for all these pieces too. So maybe one day I'll do something with those.
Oh man, that's awesome. Well, I'm excited.
Hey, I have to tell you, I just did this badass Rambo piece because I'm right.
You've teased us about that.
I did, and I should get it. I should get the drawing. I could show you the drawing, because I can show you my pencil of what I've done, and then.
Well, we better keep this PG. I'm just sorry.
Oh no, it's fine because I want to. There's some great opportunities with that new Rambo movie, I think.
And this is something you're allowed to show. We're live right now, so.
Yeah. No, it's fine. This is fine.
Okay.
I want to tease this thing a little bit. Let me think about.
Yeah, sure.
How I want to do this. I'm going to slide down for a second.
Okay.
And take my camera with me.
We see some bodies in a freezer over there. Is that allowed or?
No. Hey, it's New York.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You bet. All right, let's see here. Can you see what's going on over here?
Oh yeah, that's some Last Blood action.
That's awesome. Last Blood. Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some Last Blood stuff. So this one, that's my drawing. That's how they all start, right? I do these big drawings, see, first that I just want to, that's kind of my blueprint before I paint. That's my big drawing. And I actually already painted that one. It's done. So when we go off air, I'll show you guys.
Awesome.
I'll send it to you, actually. I'll send it to you so you can see it.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, perfect. So again, the website is Icons in Art. All the information on how to get these prints is there. And John, I continue to be amazed by the work you're doing. And as a Rocky fan, it's just so great to see this character in a fine art setting.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Like I said, my mission, my mission statement is to retell Rocky in fine art, from on screen to on canvas is kind of my mantra, So I just want to me, it's an art movie, and it lends itself perfectly to this. And the textures and grittiness of that film from '76, there's no shortage of material to work from. So I think it's a perfect property to be told in fine art.
And John, the next time that we're on camera together, we got to make sure we don't wear the same wardrobe. This is really embarrassing.
But you called me and told me to wear it.
Don't tell everyone our secrets. Yeah, I have a limited wardrobe: black shirts and white shirts.
Yeah, I think Craig's wearing it too, right? Is he in the black shirt also?
This one's it's skewing towards blue, but close enough.
We're like the Lords of Flatbush over here.
Yeah. As long as I'm not Henry Winkler, I'm okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, that's awesome. So thanks everyone for watching. John, thank you for your incredible talent and for sharing this with us. I feel very privileged and honored that you unveiled it to me, Craig, before the rest of the world. And I just want to tell all of my watchers of this channel, go buy his stuff. Icons is Art. The link is in the description of this video. Buy John's work. Support a real artist who is supported by Sly and who's supported by MGM Studios.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
We'll talk again soon.
Absolutely.
Keep punching.
Keep painting.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Oh, look at those guns.